Hi, it's Katrina! From hidden spaces in ancient monuments to forbidden places not open to the public, here are 10 secret and mysterious chambers. Number 10. Mystery Hole in Great Sphinx. For centuries now, Egypt's Great Pyramids and Sphinx of Giza have frequently fallen under the spotlight for their mysterious voids and secret chambers. A famous void was discovered by the ScanPyramids project, an international mission under the authority of Egypt's Ministry of Antiquities. It was launched in October 2015. The program had detected several intriguing voids and anomalies using a special technique that uses the drizzle of subatomic particles called muons. Scientists can spot these with detectors that trace their 3D path and helps us look through solid materials to find empty spaces. The hope is that there are still large chambers full of ancient treasure. These rumors are encouraging archaeologists to get to the bottom of any possible truths behind the tales before looters do. In August 2019, the 4,500-year-old Great Sphinx made headlines yet again when reputed British historian Dr. Bettany Hughes claimed that there are 2 hidden chambers beneath the famous monument that are worth excavating for their potential loot and for the secrets they may reveal about ancient Egypt. Generations of ancient Egyptians came to respect and fear this otherworldly creature, really believing that it had supernatural powers, Dr. Hughes told The Sun. Archaeologists are investigating under the statue because there are tantalizing clues that the Sphinx sits right on top of an ancient network of chambers and tunnels. Shh, Bettany, don't tell everyone. Too late. At the base of the Sphinx near its tail, there is a small, deep hole which is typically kept hidden from public view. This hole could lead to the large chamber that some researchers believe is beneath the monument. Although researchers have yet to confirm any suspicions, Dr. Hughes believes that the tunnels below the Sphinx could be linked to a nearby pyramid, where the pharaoh Khufu is entombed. But she admits nobody knows for sure. The truth is, we have absolutely no idea what these were used for, but it's a mystery that researchers are currently trying to solve. Number 9. White House Bomb Shelter. During World War II, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt's advisors strongly urged him to move out of the White House. The commander-in-chief steadfastly refused. Instead, he had a bomb shelter built in December 1941 amid his already established plans to extend the White House's East Wing. While the East Wing's construction was public knowledge, the addition of the bomb shelter was kept secret, for obvious reasons. During construction, a temporary bomb shelter was erected at the insistence of the Civil Defense. This makeshift shelter was incorporated into the vaulted basement of the Treasury building next door to the White House and was accessible via a newly dug tunnel. It wasn't the designated go-to shelter for long, however, because soon enough the permanent fixture was completed. FDR only inspected his so-desired bomb shelter once, and it's understandable why. The structure is very basic, with a dreary concrete staircase leading down to a small, tomb-like room reserved for the president. Until recent decades, it was a tradition for every new president to inspect the shelter during his first day on the job. Today, the hideout is not considered as relevant as it once was. Number 8. The Queen's Secret Passage. Buckingham Palace is famous for both its splendor and its 775 rooms. Have you ever wondered how one efficiently navigates such a large home, especially someone like Queen Elizabeth II, who's in her 90s? I mean, it would take 20 minutes probably just to get down the hall. She uses a shortcut, of course, in the form of a secret passageway that provides easy access between the private apartments and the staterooms. There's an entrance to the passageway in the white drawing room, hidden behind a mirror and some other decorations. From there, the inconspicuous hallway leads to the Queen's private residence. But this isn't the only secret passage that Her Highness has at her disposal. There's also an emergency escape tunnel at Windsor Castle, which is accessible via a trapdoor concealed underneath some carpet. Queen Elizabeth did not commission this tunnel, however. It's been there since the castle was originally built during the 11th century, at a time when secret passages and rooms had more practical uses than they typically do today, and it looks the exact same as it did when it was first constructed during medieval times. Windsor Castle is just one of the Queen's various official residences, and its hidden passageway is undoubtedly just one of the many secrets these homes have. Wouldn't it be super fun to explore? And now for number 7. But first, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest videos. Number 7. The Ohio State Squatter. This is plain old bizarre and proves that not all secret chambers hold high-profile secrets or are designed to house, serve, or give top-secret access to high-profile people. In 2013, a group of Ohio State University students sharing a multi-unit house began to joke about their off-campus dwelling being haunted as they kept hearing unexplainable eerie sounds, noticing doors left open that they had shut, and experiencing an array of other strange inconsistencies. Before the fall term began, one of the residents, Brett Muglin, encountered a man in the basement whom he did not recognize. The man introduced himself as Jeremy and implied that he was the occupant of another unit within the home. Well, that's technically true. As it turns out, Jeremy lived inside the house, but not in any of the legitimately leased apartments. One day, amid the students' deepening suspicions relating to the strange goings-on in their home, maintenance workers knocked down a locked door in the basement that everyone mistakenly thought led to a utility closet. Instead, they found a furnished bedroom, complete with decorations like framed pictures and textbooks. As it turns out, the enigmatic Jeremy that Muglin had crossed paths with was living in the secret room. The house's real renters changed the locks and left a note on the front door, instructing Jeremy to contact them to schedule a date and time to collect his belongings. He was a nice enough guy, Muglin told OSU's newspaper, The Lantern. He just wasn't supposed to be there. The students blamed the home's realty company for its lax approach to changing locks between renters, and some even sought compensation for legal damages. Their complaints may seem petty considering how seemingly harmless Jeremy turned out to be, despite unfairly living for free while other inhabitants paid rent and went through an approval process. But the situation could have been much more dangerous, and the students considered themselves fortunate to have emerged from the situation unscathed. Jeremy could have been a serial killer. Number 6. The Frick Collection Bowling Alley. Located along Manhattan's Museum Mile at 70th Street and 5th Avenue, the Frick Collection is one of the Big Apple's most famous art museums. Completed in 1914, the Upper East Side mansion is the former residence of steel magnate Henry Clay Frick. Shortly after the mansion was built, Frick commissioned the construction of an elegant bowling alley and billiard room, several floors below ground level. This little-known area was completed in 1916 and contains a combination billiard and pool table, as well as 2 bowling lanes. The original components are still there, and the original receipts survive as well, owing to Frick's meticulous bookkeeping, according to Chief Curator Colin Bailey, who showed the secret recreational chamber to CBS New York for its Inaccessible New York series. Frick passed away in 1919, and shortly after his death, his daughter, Helen Clay Frick, repurposed the basement space as a book and document storage area. The space was restored to its original state in 1997, and today it exists just as Mr. Frick knew and enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the area is closed to the public due to its lack of accessibility, requiring visitors to travel down several flights of stairs and through various twisting corridors. This complexity, coupled with only one exit, is considered a fire hazard, and it is therefore against city code to grant access to the public. That's the problem with hidden chambers. Number 5. Great Pyramid Hidden Chambers. Researchers have known for some time that the 4,500-year-old Great Pyramid of Giza contains hidden chambers, but exploring their contents without destroying parts of the structure or risking human safety is a rather complicated undertaking. In 2017, French scientists announced their plans to develop a specialized robot, which should be able to squeeze through a tiny 1.4-inch opening and explore a long, narrow passage leading to various inner chambers. The 100-foot-long void, which was discovered by an international team of researchers earlier that year, sits 230 feet high, directly above the Grand Gallery, which leads to the King's and Queen's chambers. Its purpose remains unknown, and as of early this year, scientists were still trying to find answers. In January, a team of Japanese researchers announced their plans to rescan the pyramid with cosmic rays, more specifically with a technology called muon radiography that I mentioned before, which works similarly to X-ray imaging, to confirm that the suspected void is actually there. The team is expected to finish taking the new scan at the end of the summer, but we'll see how that goes because it is 2020. Number 4. Singer Castle. Located on Dark Island in the upstate New York hamlet of Chippewa Bay, Singer Castle is a 28-room castle that was built in 1904 in a medieval architectural style. It was originally designed and constructed as a summer retreat and hunting and fishing lodge for millionaire Frederick Bourne, then president of the Singer Sewing Machine Company. The secluded estate, which overlooks the St. Lawrence Seaway and the Thousand Islands, contains elegant chandeliers, a marble fireplace, a magnificent wine cellar, and a grand entrance filled with knights of armor. Singer Castle also has numerous secret passageways and rooms, including one that is accessed by moving a bookshelf and where people can tip back a painting on the wall and spy on others through a hole. There are also grates on the walls that can be used for spying, and the dwelling has its very own dungeon, perhaps qualifying Singer Castle as the creepiest place on this list. Besides spying on guests, servants use these nondescript passageways for more practical purposes, like efficiently traveling between dining rooms, especially during special dinners and events. Singer Castle changed hands numerous times following Bourne's death in 1919. It was renovated during the early 2000s and was open to the public for tours starting in 2003. Today, guests can spend the night for a steep $725, which includes a tour of the home and its secret tunnels. Number 3. Joshua's basement room. A pair of potential homebuyers made an unpleasant and eerie discovery while checking out the basement of a house for sale in Michigan. A man and his son, who ended up posting about their bizarre experience on Reddit, noticed that there were numerous peepholes in the stairs they were standing beneath, enabling them to see into other parts of the house. They then looked at the walls and saw strange scrawlings, including the headline "Joshua's Rules," followed by statements such as "No watching Isaiah through the hole" and "No writing or drawing on the walls." Things got even more bizarre when the gentleman looked at another wall and saw the message, "Josh, stop reading this and go to bed. Mom." Other scribblings included, "Don't climb into my room, Isaiah," and "Stop watching me." Were these ramblings and their disturbing accompanying peepholes the product of innocent child's play, or does the true explanation harbor darker undertones? Fellow Redditors had plenty of theories, including one commenter who chimed in, "Joshua is not real. This is a family of schizophrenics." Conversely, another user wrote, "The family isn't real. Joshua is schizophrenic." Whatever the case, I think it's fair to say that there's probably no logical or normal story behind this creepy cellar spy station. What do you think about these creepy child messages found in the basement? Let me know in the comments below. Number 2. Secret room at Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore, the massive sculpture in South Dakota's Black Hills region, which bears the likenesses of former U.S. Presidents George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, contains a secret vault located behind Honest Abe's frontal lobe. Designed by Gutzon Borglum, the monument's sculptor, with the nation's history in mind, the hidden chamber is inaccessible to the public. Borglum had a grand vision for the room, which he envisioned as a space dedicated to the history of the United States. He wanted it to include carvings on the walls detailing America's most important historical events between 1776 and 1906, as well as busts of famous Americans lining the hallways leading to the vault. But Borglum's vision never came to fruition, and in 1941 the sculptor passed away. It wasn't until 1998 that officials decided to revive his dream of dedicating the chamber to American history. Today, the room contains several panels with sculptures depicting the story of Mount Rushmore and why its featured presidents were chosen. Number 1. A chamber behind the Sphinx's ear? The Sphinx is rumored to have another secret chamber. It is a much less scientifically favored claim that there is a door behind the monument's ear leading to a secret room. While articles about this alleged door and chamber are difficult to come by from sources that are commonly regarded as credible, some pseudoscientists and armchair explorers assert that the supposed entrance has been hidden in plain sight for thousands of years. If you zoom into the Sphinx's ear, it seems almost like there is some sort of hole or entrance, but there is no definitive confirmation yet. This amateur theory stems from the claims of a young Russian boy named Boris Kiprianovich, an alleged prodigy who reportedly possesses a complete memory of the collective human past. Boris, who's now 24 years old and a self-proclaimed pilot from Mars during one of his past lives, has matter-of-factly told audiences that the world was once home to unimaginably advanced human civilizations. Included among them were the builders of the Sphinx. And when this monument is unlocked via a mysterious mechanism located behind one of its ears, life on Earth will change in major and currently unfathomable ways. Maybe someone opened it this year. Those were the only details the little boy with a presumably large imagination provided. Nevertheless, conspiracy theorists latched onto his claims, and they continue clinging to these far-fetched beliefs for dear life. To their credit, there is a noticeable anomaly behind the Sphinx's right ear, which looks like an opening partially blocked off with a rock. Could it be a secret entrance leading to the locking mechanism young Boris mentioned? Or is it perhaps the result of normal wear and tear? Or maybe even a passage or door to a chamber containing valuable ancient Egyptian artifacts? I'm sure an archaeologist would be willing to check it out. There are a lot of things still left to be discovered about the Sphinx. Thanks for watching! Which mysterious chamber would you like to visit? Let me know in the comments below and be sure to subscribe if you are new here. See you soon! Bye!